Jen Dobré, I'm Max from Canada.
Suchi from Thailand.
And oh my god, did I read the title correctly? A city of salt in Poland. Does that mean that the city is made only with salt? I'm not sure. I think it cannot be real, right? Anyway, thank you, Hélène Aldis, for the amazing video. Underground. Under the ground, and it's all salt. I don't know if it's real. I need to see that. When I saw the video, I was like, yeah, we need to react. So let's go.
Let's get started. Krakow.
It's in Krakow. There's so many things happening in Krakow. It's like the city where everything is. A lot of cool things are in Krakow.
Good morning, everyone. We are currently on a train heading out of Krakow towards one of the most amazing
it's not in Krakow.
sights you can see in
It's only Krakow. They're going out of Krakow, okay?
all of Poland.
It looks like quite the marvel, so should we go check it out?
I can't wait.
We're rushing because this door wouldn't open for us. Okay, got the adrenaline pumping.
Off the train. We're here!
Yay! We finally made it.
We made it!
Just going through the gates here.
I don't think we actually said where we're going yet.
No, actually.
So we today are at the Wieliczka salt mine. We're just outside of Krakow, about what, 10
kilometers.
or so. And this is UNESCO World Heritage Site. I believe it's rock salt that's been mined here since the 14th century.
Oh, just hundreds and hundreds of years.
It's a salt mine. It's where you collect it, right? Or something.
And lots of people have been interested in coming here, from Chopin to Goethe to,
John Paul II.
yes, many famous visitors.
The list goes on.
So I don't really know what to expect.
No.
But we're going to head underground into the mine.
Wow.
Okay, we have to walk down 380 steps down to the bottom. Let's go. Cardio.
Whoa.
My morning cardio. Wow, I don't want to get dizzy.
Are you scared?
Already,
Why?
I don't really like it.
Suji's afraid of ghost, spirit, and now you're gonna think why.
You're going under the ground.
Yeah.
You cannot breathe. Horror.
Good thing I had breakfast this morning. Just going like this. Gotta watch your head down here too.
Now, it's gonna suck later when we have to walk back up this.
Something to look at. This feels a little like a military operation because obviously having to orchestrate having a bunch of people underground at the same time and keeping them safe and orderly and everything. There are 500 guides here. You have to be with a guide when you're in the salt mine. So our lovely guide for today is Isabella.
500 guide. How many people visited that salt mine every day? There's 500 guide that you can choose from.
Yeah.
And there are 500 guides that work here. And sometimes they can have 10,000 people a day through the mines, which in itself is mind-blowing, don't you think?
Wait, wait, wait.
10,000 people in one day.
Do they like have a limit like?
I think so. But it must be huge.
Yeah, right.
It must be huge.
Mind-blowing. We are about 60 meters underground right now, and we just passed a corridor covered in salt. And I'm gonna try it. It's salty. It's very salty. So we're over 60 meters and
I never think about where they found the salt. Like I never think about that. That they have place like this and they can collect the salt. I know that sometime when you go to the nature in the mountain, you can find some salt place, right? On the rocks and stuff. But I didn't know that like a place like this existed.
underground right now, and this is the upper part of the mine, if you can believe that. And this dates from 1666, which is just mind-blowing, as you said, or mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
And there's all of this, all of the
350 years ago.
Yeah.
tunnels here are this amazing whitewashed timber. So I'm already, I can't just,
I'm already impressed.
Yeah, I
We can
can't-
end the tour.
I can't get over it.
So this is the rock salt. We call this salt gray salt
So you can lick your fingers. If you don't believe me, you hardly know. Salty? Good.
That's delicious.
It's a salt buffet down here. Everywhere you look is salt. And this looks and feels like cold marble, but it's salt. It's unreal. The floor is salt, everything's salt.
Don't tell me.
We're in the chapel. This is the oldest chapel in the whole.
Don't tell you what.
The chandelier also salt.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. It's the oldest chapel, this place.
Whole mine, and this chandelier is just taking my breath away. It's made of salt.
Yes, it's made of salt. You were right. But they must have made it after, right?
Yeah.
With the chandelier, maybe. It was not there originally.
People, there are stalactites coming from the ceiling, and all these beautiful carvings. It's from 1698, and there's evidence here too of the salt breaking down as a result of all the visitors that they have. They breathe in and out, and it brings humidity. And so it's really difficult to maintain. But the fact that this has survived in this way for so long is just. I have no words. We're like 5 minutes in, and I have no words.
Whoa. Oh. People carrying the salt or something? Carrying the stuff out?
Yeah.
That's a long road. It's tough.
Isn't this great?
We just walked into this enormous space, and just to think that this used to be a solid mass of salt, you know, rock solid, and over time was just chipped away at and chipped away at and chipped away at over years and years, is unbelievable. And this chamber is named after King Kazimierz, who was a king of Poland in the 14th century. He was one of the owners of this mine. They've got
The former king of Poland was owning the mine.
more petrified wood here, and it's just the feeling of space when you're this far underground is truly incredible. This is an example of how they used to use horses to turn this, which would activate a sort of elevator that would bring the salt up to the surface from the mine.
Oh my God!
You even had the elevator back then.
So they don't need to bring the salt out. They have to use that to propel the salt out. Oh, so they were carrying like tools and other thing out or something.
Yeah.
Whoa.
These steps are made of salt. It's all made of salt. These are the original steps to get up and down from the 16th century. You can imagine miners with like 35 kilos on their back and a lantern or a candle in one hand.
They were carrying salt, 35 kilo on their back, on top of the horse things.
Yeah.
But they had to go through those steps, and it was so difficult. Yeah.
Making their way up and down. Wow. The biggest problem in the mine was getting fresh water. And so this was somebody's job for 8 hours to pump the fresh
Pump the water.
in.
Damn, I'm sorry. I know it's a nice job and everything, but you don't live a long life if you work there.
Yeah.
In general, people that work in the mine, you don't live a long life. You get like destroyed by the air, by the pollution, by the poison, by everything. It's so dangerous.
This mine is enormous. There are 300 kilometers of tunnels, 2,000 chambers, and what we're seeing today is
300 kilometers of tunnel. So gee, that's like here to like Cambodia or something.
What the f?
It's huge. It's like a whole country or something.
1% of what is here.
They are just touring us to see 1% of the whole thing. There's 99% that we don't see because it's too far. They cannot go in one day. It's crazy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All salt. It's like a freaking museum or something.
Yeah, even the floor.
In Canada, we have like ice, right? We have ice hotel. Now it looks like it's salt hotel. They're gonna make bed out of salt. I'm sure you can stay there in salt bed or something. Whoa.
This chapel took my breath away when we first walked in. It's the biggest chapel in the whole line, the Kinga Chapel, and it's still used for Mass. Every Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, people gather here for Mass. They also use it for concerts. I can only imagine the amazing acoustics down here. And you can also get for concerts. I can only imagine the amazing
A concert? Did she say a music concert? Yes.
acoustics down here. And you can also get married here. You can imagine having a wedding more than 90 meters underground.
It's a chapel.
All of what you see is made of.
Can you sleep there, like for a tour?
I think so.
Like, you're gonna go more far, I think, right?
I think so because like I said, we have ice hotel in Canada where you can sleep in the ice hotel. I think you can probably.
Salt. The ceiling, the walls, the floors, the altars. The floors look like tiles, but of course they're made of salt, and there are so many people walking across them every day that they're nice and polished and shiny looking. And something I can't get over in here are all of the decorative carvings of biblical stories. And three miners, not quote-unquote artists, but 3 miners, 2 of whom were brothers, over the course of 70 years, the 3 of them created all of the decorative carvings that you see in here. It's absolutely...
3 brothers. They made everything that you see here. The design, the sculpture and everything. It took them 70 years. So they started when they were 10 years old? And then they finished when they were 80 years old. They did everything, those 3 brothers, for 70 years.
Oh my god.
Everything that you see, like, they were not even artists, they were miners. So they were basically living in the mine.
70 years.
Yeah, to make everything. But look at how beautiful it is.
Just unbelievable to think of carving all of this over 70 years. Only 3 men.
Even this.
Ooh,
Oh.
yes.
Is that water?
Yeah.
Oh. Wonder if they have fish.
We've just walked about 800 meters down this tunnel, and I love that most of this mine is actually accessible, and they have a lift, and you can take the elevator down and avoid the stairs. More breathtaking, like I literally feel like I
Can go even lower if you want. There's an elevator. It's crazy.
my breath is gone. We're in this massive chamber with the biggest chandelier we have seen yet, made of salt.
Oh my god.
This space was started in the 1700s and was only open to the public in 2010. And you can see all of this pine wood painted white just stretching up to the ceiling. I really don't have room. We are 110 meters under the ground. And look at where we are. I have never felt more like I'm in The Lord of the Rings. Honestly.
Oh my god.
Hey, and it's one of the most pretty chandelier I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's so pretty and it's also crazy.
Keep going down. Now we're 130 meters underground. There are so many tunnels down here. There are 300 kilometers of tunnels, which is the same distance as from Krakow to Warsaw.
That's a lot.
We're only seeing a small part of it.
There's still 7 levels below us. The mind reels.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my god! We've entered now the tallest chamber in the entire mine. It's inconceivably 36 meters tall. And we just
36 meter tall, this one chamber. Yeah, it's really
crazy
tall.
story of someone who bungee jumped inside and set a Guinness World Record in this chamber for underground bungee jumping.
Really? Whoa.
Sadly, we're about to leave the mine. We have to go back to the surface, back to the sun.
To real life upstairs.
But luckily, we get to take an elevator. We don't have to walk the 380 steps back up, which is nice. To go.
So I'm guessing not the whole 300 kilometer like open for tourists, right? I'm guessing it's just some part of it and the other part like
Closed.
there's probably still people working there, right?
Yeah.
But they have elevator now. So if they
Yeah.
make elevator, it's much easier to transport everything. I'm guessing that it still produce salt and they,
True.
I don't know.
135 meters, and the elevators go about 4 meters a second. So we will be back up to the surface in around 40 seconds.
Around under a minute.
Ooh, it's a tight squeeze.
cozy. Hello.
Hello. I can. This is.
Can you see up my nose?
How close we are?
Like
It's too
something.
tight.
Here we go.
You're gonna be shaking.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's really fast. That was quite the ride.
That was a tight squeeze.
Honestly, of all the video that we react to, the place to visit, this is the one that I need to go because I've never seen anything like this. Right?
Yeah.
You don't want? You're too scared?
I mean, I should, right? But I'm scared.
I've never seen anything like this. I just want to see like how far you can go. Can we stay that 1 week and visit as much as we can?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seem
So
like
if I seem like
you guys have a lot of things like under the ground.
Yeah.
I was speechless down in the mine, it's because
was
I
I.
really was. I was trying to find the words to say,
Convey
yeah, to
a
convey
feeling.
how it feels, because it feels really special, and I hope that it translated through the camera to you guys.
Oh,
because
yes.
it was hard to capture.
Really was.
You know, the space. It's just, there's 300 kilometers of tunnels. There are 2,000 chambers and all these chapels and sculptures that miners
Whoa.
have created over the years since the 14th
Centuries.
century. It's a really special place. I've never been anywhere like this
No.
salt mine. No.
No.
So if you're in Poland or Krakow,
Wow, I mean the soil probably like really salty.
Everything is the salt. It's crazy, huh? It's impressive, huh? Okay, well, thank you for watching, everyone. I'll put the video here. Please suggest us more. Okay.